Hello, welcome to today's CMC Markets Currency Snapshot with myself, Jasper Lawler. Today we're going to be focusing on the British pound, which has seen the British pound against the US dollar, against the Japanese yen, and against the euro surging up to multi-year highs of late, and we want to see whether that can be sustained. So interest rates in the UK at the moment are still at 0.5% and have been for over 5 years. And so the reason for the pound strength is that there's increasing speculation that the Bank of England are going to raise the interest rate in the UK quicker than other countries around the world. And the economic data is suggestive of an improving economy. We've seen real wage growth increase over inflation. We've seen unemployment drop below the Bank of England's threshold. And we've seen 0.8% GDP growth this quarter. That compares with just 0.1% in the US. So all the data is suggestive of a stronger pound. It's just a matter of how the Bank of England reacts. The two possibilities that we're looking at here is that they do start to talk a bit more hawkish, meaning they imply that interest rate rises are close by. Or what we're also looking for is some further talk about the UK housing market, which is looking rather overheated at the moment. So if their stance tends to be more towards just treating the housing market rather than an overall raise of rates, that may actually turn out to be negative for the pound, whereas a raise in rates would actually be positive for the pound. So the Bank of England meeting is today, and we'll see how the pound reacts. Now I want to pull up a couple of charts just to see where we are in terms of price levels. If you have a look at the pound against the US dollar, we're pushing right up into this 170 level. Now on this short-term chart, we can see where the uptrend line is holding. The RSI is a bit overbought, but the RSI 70 may align with this 169.20 as possible support if we do see some reaction. But otherwise, the price is looking strong. It's pushing right into those highs. Let's now have a look at the pound against the Japanese yen. The high has been 175, but the key level right now really is about 173.60. So you can see similar action to the pound against the US dollar, pushing right into the highs. The other chart to have a look at here is the euro against the British pound, and 0.8170 is the low that we're pushing into, equivalent to a high in the British pound or pound against the dollar or pound against the yen. We're looking at pushing into a low at the euro against the British pound. Okay, thank you for watching the currency snapshot for today. Let's see what happens with this Bank of England meeting and see if we can finally break some of these important price levels for the British pound. Thanks a lot. My name is Jasper Lawler.
Hi guys, good morning and welcome to today's Products in Focus. As you'll be able to see there, the US 30 is just about to breach that all-time high there, close to 16,598. That's potential resistance. This is obviously the all-time high right here, which is around about 16,649. But it's one of the highest closes that we've ever had there on the Friday. And if today continues to go the same way, then this will be yet another record close for the US 30, which in the backdrop of Ukraine is quite interesting. But there has been a lot of positive fundamentals behind the kind of Yellen's dovish comments on the US dollar and long-term low interest rates, to Draghi's own dovish view on the ECB and the euro. Plus there's been news coming out about massive capital reforms over in China. In fact, a large number of the Asian stock markets had quite a strong day on the back of that. So a lot of fundamentals looking quite good. US earnings still remaining to be quite good as well. And obviously Ukraine is simmering away in the background, but it's not really having a huge impact on any US earnings anytime soon, unless things spiral out of control quite a lot further. So anyway, UK 100 on the backdrop of that referendum in Ukraine. We are trying to break a little bit higher above 68.39. We are showing a red candle today indicating that the markets have sold off ever so slightly. This could be an ascending triangle formation. Ultimately, we need to get above 68.74 to break fresh ground. If we have a look at the Japanese stock market, Japan 225 is still trading on the wrong side of potential support / resistance at 14.219. Next potential support still remains at 13.693. Now if we have a look at dollar yen actually reversed a lot over the weekend, or kind of from Friday until today, but we've got a kind of a doji formation now, but we are on the right side of 101.80 currently. It has been a little bit higher today. We're still hoping to get above 102.87 if the dollar could get some extra momentum. Yen still seems to be a defensive play. Now, if we jump on to West Texas crude oil for a second, I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought this would be doing a lot better today. Very negative candle there again on Friday. It was trading a lot higher, only to get pushed back down again. Now we're trading below 100.60, and that level is very strategic in the short term. So this is the level to watch out for today. And you know, you've got crude oil inventories on Wednesday. That'll be the next catalyst probably. Now, if we have a look at gold, gold sold off quite strongly in the morning, or in the Asian session, I should say, only to then kind of bounce back again at the start of the UK session and the European session. So we're still trading below 12.95, which is a very important level, as you can see here. This is going to be the short-term resistance, and this is what many traders should be looking at today, and that's short-term potential resistance. And then we've got short-term potential support at 12.67. And we do have an absence of economic data out today. You can see my economic calendar is blank. You have to go forward on to Tuesday to see anything of any significance. We've got more Chinese data due at 6:30 AM UK time, and then ZEW business report from Germany, followed by retail sales in the US. And then you have to go into Wednesday until you get anything more decent, where you've got UK employment data, you've got your petroleum sales in the US. It's actually quite a light week of economic data, to be fair, but nothing much happening today. If we have a look then at euro dollar, it's just kind of trying to pick itself up off the floor, to be honest. You can kind of see there that we had these really negative candles on here. We're slap bang on that 37.72 level, which looks to be short-term strategic again, acting as potential resistance right now. It's looking like it's kind of having a nibble there, but it really needs to break a little bit higher to show some conviction. And if I then jump onto cable to finish things up, it's still having a decent move to the upside after selling off so strongly there last week. This is your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a really bad candle on there. But we've had a bit of a bounce back this morning of potential support close to 68.20 and the 21 period SMA. But there's already a little bit of a sell, a little bit of pressure this morning, trying to push it back down. So right now, in theory, it's right bang in the middle of two ranges. And in the absence of a lot of economic data announcements, it should be the technicals that should help set the picture for the rest of the day. Keep your eye on the chart forum as ever. Lots of really cool analysis on from our other CMC clients and also from our global analyst team. And make sure you make insights part of your layout going forward. Lots of very interesting insights from our global analyst team today. And join me again tomorrow to find out what happened next.